So we have made billions of videos on Franco Mastantuono, but we have to still speak on him because there have been some new reports, new developments, which kind of say the same things we've been saying for a long time, which is Franco Mastantuono will be an important player for Real Madrid. And this report says that he will be important because Bellingham is out with an injury. Now he's out because he went for surgery on his shoulder, but they say it's going to be important, and I don't know if I truly believe this. I don't know if I truly believe this because he's still a young player. He's not 18 yet. He must still become 18, and he's gonna be 18 in the middle of August. And honestly, I like this player. I like his play style. He's a good winger. He can even play in the attacking midfield. Overall, good player. And he's gonna be so important in the future. He's gonna be a star in the future. And he's from Argentina. I think he's gonna be not the next Messi, but I think he's gonna be the next guy who's gonna carry Argentina in the future. Now, just because he's Argentinian and he's a right winger doesn't mean he's gonna be the next Messi. His play style doesn't even give off any Messi vibes. He also gives off kind of a Di Maria vibe. That is the vibe that I get when I watch him, because he can play in the midfield, he can play in the attack in the right wing position, he has speed, he has decent passing, and he can score you goals. But the issue I have with this and all the reports that say he's going to be an important figure, an important player, is that he's still young. He's not there yet. Yes, he can play good in the Argentina league, and you know there's going to be some Argentina glazers. Some people are going to say, oh, the Argentina league is a tough league. You don't know what you're talking about. Yes, that's a tough league. We even saw in the Club World Cup, Boca Juniors played good, so we can say yes, that league is good, or it's somewhat decent. But to me, La Liga is a different game. La Liga is more physical, tougher league, bigger competition, and when I see him play, I see a player who still has to go through some refinements. He still has to improve. He still has to gain some experience, and this is obvious because he's a youngster. This is not some crazy thing that I'm saying, not some new thing that I'm saying. It's a thing that we must have and must remember when we look at young players. Because not everyone is gonna be a Lamine Yamal. Not everyone is on his level. And I'm not a Lamine Yamal glazer. I'm not a fan of him. I'm not a fan of what he does outside of the pitch even. But when you look at him on that pitch, there's players who are 10 years older than him, who are playing high-level football, who are not near his level. So please, when I see these comments of people saying, oh, he's gonna be the Lamine Yamal of Real Madrid, honestly, do not put that expectations on him. He's not on that level. Matter of fact, when I watch him, and I've said this in previous videos, he loses the ball a lot. He loses the ball a lot, and it's kind of a bad thing. Because for River Plate, I read a stat that was so crazy. He has given the ball away the most times for River Plate for the entire team, which means the most turnovers have come from Franco Mastantuono, and that is a problem. You need a player who's going to be strong on the ball, strong on the pitch. They can't just muscle him off, and therefore when it comes to Real Madrid, they're gonna train him, they're gonna help him with his physicality, and I think eventually he's gonna be the most scariest winger, most scariest attacking midfielder you will ever see in football. But please, if you're watching this video, ignore those reports. All the reports saying he's gonna be ready, he's gonna be a starter, an important role. I will tell you, be patient, give him time. It's a new club, new environment, and he's not even 18 years of age yet. Or worse, he's not even 19 years of age yet. Do not expect him to play like he's been at the club for years. Matter of fact, I will say that would be a miracle, a full-blown miracle, if he can perform on this high level. But listen, don't listen to me and think that I am just hating on him or I'm being pessimistic. I'm not. I'm a fan of this player. I want to see him succeed. But I don't like the pressure I'm seeing from the media. So what I'm saying is, the same way you were patient with Arda and Hendrik, and Vini and Rodrygo, you're gonna have to do the same for Mastantuono. And speaking of Rodrygo, he's probably gonna be the Rodrygo replacement. And that is sad to say. I want Rodrygo to stay, but at the moment it looks like the club don't want to get in the way of him moving. You're even seeing Tottenham are interested in him. I don't want him to go to Tottenham. If there's any club for Rodrygo to go to, it shouldn't be Tottenham. Now listen, they are Europa League champions, they're a good team, they have a new coach, and Rodrygo can become a star there. But I would like to see Rodrygo go to a club like Liverpool. You see Liverpool and their new project, they look like they are gonna go into a good place. That is the type of team I wanna see Rodrygo play for. But either way, we move on from Franco Mastantuono and we speak about the other players. The first player we must talk about is Mendy. Now Mendy, he kind of is becoming a problem because he says, and his entourage say, that he's gonna stay at the club. He's not scared of Carreras, not scared of Garcia, and I also wouldn't be scared if I was Mendy because he offers something that I honestly don't think they offer, which is being better at defense than the two of them. But either way, I'm not upset with Mendy staying because even if he can't play left wing back, he can even be used in the centre back. He's quite a strong player. Yes, people do dribble past him, but it is kinda rare that you see Mendy get dribbled. So with the new squad numbers, you seeing Asensio is getting the number 17, and that to me is a good choice. You know, kinda suits him. You see Mbappe is getting the number 10, and then with the number 9, that's quite an interesting one. Could go to Hendrik, could go to Garcia. I think it's gonna go to Hendrik. It makes the most sense with him. He wore it for Palmeiras, and I think he is just that 9. He even wore the 9 for Brazil, so I think that's a good option. And if he takes a 9, Franco Mastantuono can take the number 16. And then in other news, we are seeing Xabi Alonso wants some more signings. But the thing is, he coaches a club like Real Madrid. They don't usually buy players like that. Yes, they did sign 4 players so far in the window. Or maybe 3. No, it was 4. It was Hausen, Trent, Mastantuono, Carreras. And the only way that the club is gonna make new signings is if some other players leave the club. Let's just say Ceballos, Mendy, Alaba. Maybe the club will sign a player. And if they sign a midfielder, I think maybe go for Angelo Stiller. Listen, I'm a fan of him. I know there's no developments on him, but I think he could be a good signing. We also have Vini Jr. who is set to stay at Madrid. So, I think this is a good thing. It's an obvious thing. Hopefully he can sign a new contract and we can keep him. I know not many people are fans of him, but they must understand, when he's in his prime, when he plays good, he is extraordinary and is one of the best players in the world. But listen, if a Saudi club can come with a 300 million bid, then I think that is the perfect amount to sell Vini. And then in other news, we have Trent Alexander-Arnold, and according to news reports, Real Madrid are quite happy with what they are seeing from Trent. Are we also happy? I will say, and our answer for all of us Real Madrid fans, yes we are. But overall, those are my thoughts. And if you enjoyed the video, smash like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Peace out.